Well, good morning, you wonderful people of the Shield Wall Nation, and this is your daily report. Now, before I get into this, you know what to do. Just hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to this channel, you probably need to go and seek a therapist because I don't understand why you're not. And make sure you share. Sharing this channel to your friends, family, loved ones, your dog, whoever it may be, definitely will help out, and I would greatly appreciate it. And let's get into this. So as we do, we have the COVID facts. As of recent this morning, we have global cases of 19,005,285. Global deaths of 711,853. Global recoveries of 12,192,387. U.S. cases of 4,973,741. U.S. deaths of 161,607. U.S. recoveries of 2,540,880. So there is that. It's slowly climbing, but still nowhere close to being as deadly as anything we've ever had before. But it's a big thing. People like it. People like the fear. People like giving the fear. Therefore, I just give a little bit of facts. And the fact is, it's not a fraction of as bad as it was. Or is what they're saying. Not as bad as the Spanish flu over 100 years ago. Not as bad as the swine flu in 2018. Not even close. But yet, we have a total collapse of the economy, which in fact the economy finally converted back to Obama's best years of economy. So there's that. So if you think we're doing bad, we're not. If you do think you're doing bad, then guess what? Your beloved Obama screwed up. So anyways, so the Trump campaign reported that staffers and volunteers have knocked on over 1 million doors during the past week, while the Biden campaign reported 0. The Biden camp has also so far opted phone calls, texting, virtual meetups in lieu of sending volunteers or staff. The Republican National Committee Field Director Elliot Eccles said, "From now to Election Day, voters may only see one campaign at their doors." The Trump victory reported 1,500 full-time staffers in 23 states and has required them to read the groundbreakers of how Obama's 2.2 million volunteers transformed campaigning in America. So in fact, there's even been success in, for the Democrats back in the day, of knocking on primarily Republican voters. And that knock actually had voters turn, so it's been successful. So that's kind of why Trump is doing it. Not sure why Biden is not doing it. If it has that much success rate, then why aren't you, even in lieu of the coronavirus? Guess what? We're told that masks save lives, right? So why not wear a mask and do it? Let's talk about the mail-in voting. It says a recent Politico Morning Consult poll found that over 61% of voters are either somewhat concerned or very concerned about the potential tampering of mail-in ballots. Only a third of respondents said they are either not that concerned or not concerned at all. Also, 57% of Republicans, 27% of independents, and 10% Democrats believe that the U.S. should not allow voters to vote by mail in elections this year because it jeopardizes the election security. And we've seen that. We've seen that in Florida, where they don't know how to count, right? And then they finally count the mail-in ballots when it's a close vote. Let's see. In the recent statement released by the Department of Homeland Security, the immediate area surrounding the Mark Hatfield Federal Courthouse has recently seen, and finally seen, a stark downward trend in violence since the Governor Keith Brown's long-delayed, though welcomed, change in direction to use the state and local enforcement to protect the property. DHS stated that until now, the rioters knew that they could attack and then flee from the federal area of operations without any consequences. The statement concluded that would-be rioters face the kind of coordinated enforcement response that should have been in place long ago. So for all the people that say, oh, it's the militias that are causing all these violence, and that got militia confused with federal police, and blaming federal police for protecting their building, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. That you blame federal police for the increase in violence. Why not blame the person? That's what I understand, is people are not blaming the source of the problem. So what I'm saying is, instead of blaming the federal police for the rioters getting triggered, blame the rioters. And if you're a parent that you think that it's okay to blame something else other than the actual problem, like the rioters throwing a fit, I hope you fix your parenting, because all you're teaching your kids is it's okay. It's okay being a piece of crap. Go ahead, throw your fits. It's justified. Oh, you wanna rip apart your bed? Okay. Because guess what? If they start tearing apart their bedroom, you can't blame them. You got to go blame something else. So stop blaming everyone and blame the people that are doing the damage. Take responsibility. That's what this generation lacks nowadays. Is someone say, guess what? If it's a problem and you're causing the problem, it's your fault, no one else's. So it's time for people to, take responsibility for their actions and blaming everyone other than themselves. You know who I'm talking to. Okay, let's see Copaganda's going around, which they don't like. The Palika Makam, a senior program coordinator for Witness, a nonprofit that documents abuses by state actors like police and immigration and customs enforcement, or ICE, writes that Copaganda is hurting the Black Lives Matters movement. Makam defined Copaganda as videos and images of police officers depicted as kind, heroic, fun-loving community members whose niceness can outweigh the actions of a few bad apples. She warned activists that these efforts to portray law enforcement is more positive light to portray law enforcement in a more positive light undermines the movement for Black Lives Matter. So it's almost like they like bad cops. It's you can kind of see how their agenda, they want their agenda to be pushed that all cops are bad, right? Well, we all that have more than 2 brain cells to rub together know that all cops are not bad. We know that. So if all cops are bad, right? And people say white people are racist, we can just discriminate against everyone, right? Let's think the most stereotypical things about other people. All lesbians are butch. All gay people like it in the butt. All black people are criminals. Oh no, I'm racist now, right? Because all white people are racist. All Asians like math. All Hispanic people are illegal in this country. All Canadians love maple syrup and smoke pot. All Hawaiians do luau's every day. All North Koreans are communists. and they want the downfall of every Western country. All Russians drink vodka and love potatoes. All Germans are Nazis. All French have hairy armpits and stink. All British have bad teeth. I mean, I can keep going, right? But what I've said was completely and utterly false. So all cops are bad? No. Are there bad ones? Yeah. Even cops will admit that. Are all white people racist? No. No. But are there some? Yeah. There's racists amongst every group. But these are the stereotypes that are out there, and it seems like Black Lives Matter wants that stereotype on cops because it helps their agenda. But guess what? If you want to push that false narrative on cops, you have to push on everything else. Because you try to push all cops are bad on all cops are bad on, of course, cops, and all white people are racist. You are trying to push that for your agenda, but it will not work. Because if you push those, you have to push every single one. Every single one. You can't push the ones that you want to benefit you. So as far as Black Lives Matter, that's why I say the movement is a joke. There you have it. Black Lives Matter movement is a joke. Black Lives Matter, we can all agree on Black Lives Matter. But the movement itself and the organization is a joke. Because it doesn't matter. Their agenda matters of what they're trying to push. And most of the time you don't even hear them talking about Black lives actually matter, like actual lives matter. They've killed black people. They've destroyed black businesses. Their agenda they're pushing is all cops are bad and all white people are racist. So at what point are they going to talk about actual black lives mattering? I'm not the only one saying it. And sad to say, I'm not the only person saying it. There's black people saying that. When are actual black lives matter gonna matter to the BLM movement? I don't think ever. They won't. So, anyway, I digress. And I hope you all have a wonderful day. Think about the things I said. Send to your friends, family, loved ones. Make sure you like, subscribe to this video. And I'll have another video coming out later today. Don't miss it. And y'all, stay strong, stay resilient. Shield wall up.